Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Candidly with Coffee.
And just like that, we're back.
Happy Memorial Weekend.
Happy Memorial Weekend.
Long weekend. Many of you probably are off right now, actually.
Yeah. A lot of people leave on Thursday, head out of town,
Yeah.
get a jump start.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we used to always do something on Memorial. That was like a thing. We would always go on vacation on Memorial.
Always somewhere.
Because I have lots of memories coming up in my Facebook. Cabo, Vegas, always on Memorial Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of the most funnest trips on Cabo. Like, God, I can't believe it was 9 years ago now.
Sometimes it's like a blur. Like, I can't believe that much time has passed. Sometimes when I look back at the pictures, like, damn, it's been that long.
It's crazy.
It doesn't seem that long in my brain. I look back like, it was that long ago?
It's, what do they say? The days are long and the years are short.
Yeah.
That's the saying.
I know.
It's nuts.
Clock doesn't stop moving forward. Just straight ahead.
No, and
time stops for nobody.
no, it's just, yeah.
It's scary sometimes. You wake
I've
up
got
and you're
my
like, how did I get here?
espresso shot. Cheers.
Like my buddy said the other day, he said he woke up and goes, man, I'm 45. How did I get here? He goes,
Who's 45? Los?
Yeah, he said, I had a moment. Like, I almost forgot. How did I get here?
It's true, though. I'll never forget, like, a conversation I had with my mom just a couple months before she died. We were talking about scary movies. It was October.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I named a scary movie that her and I used to watch a lot. And she goes, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I was like, can you believe that movie is 35 years old? And she was like, I can't.
Looking
35
back.
years old. I was
Yeah.
like, Mom. And she's like, I blinked my eyes and I'm 75. I feel 25 years came in like a blink of an eye.
That's what a lot of older people always say. Enjoy your life day to day, because before you know it,
Yeah.
you blink and you're like right there, knocking
Yeah.
at death's door. Just like that. Quick.
It's crazy because I remember that conversation. It made me sad a little bit. I was like, wow, like she's reflecting on her life. Like she's 75 and 25 years went by in a heartbeat. So it's like right now, I'm almost that age right now. I'm almost 50, where she said, I feel like I'm still 50 in 25 years. So I can blink my eyes and be 75 and remembering this moment right now.
Right? Talking about this day. Like,
Thinking,
hey,
like,
remember
remember-
we're in the podcast, we're this age, or
It's
we're
just
weekend.
crazy. Like,
It is.
it does. And that's when they say, like, to parents, when you're complaining about the toys everywhere and all the hustle and bustle, enjoy it, because you blink your eyes and your kids are
Out of the house. Gone.
22
You're gonna
and
miss them.
25,
Yes.
like mine.
It's like-
Alyssa's not even in the country right now. She's 8,400 miles away.
That crazy, huh? Your kiddo.
8,400 miles
Across the
in
world.
Bali.
Bali, Indonesia.
She's been sending me daily pictures. It looks so fun. I'll pop up a few pictures here on the screen, but
Yeah.
I love it though. I never truly understood. It's so funny how you just understand your parents as you get older, but I never truly understood what they meant by they're happy when we're happy.
Yeah, of course.
It's like I truly am so happy seeing her happy.
You get
Like
joy from
seeing
it.
the trips. I get the joy
Yeah.
from the trip as if I were on the trip.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy how that is. It's like your kids are good. You're like, if my kids are good, I'm good.
Yes.
And my parents used to say that all the time, and I didn't understand it. And it's, yeah, I felt that way as they were growing up too, but I don't know, you don't fully grasp it
Yeah.
until they're adults.
Gotcha.
Like,
Mhm.
I truly feel it now. Like, I'm good if they're good. Like, I want them to go have a good time this weekend.
Yeah,
and-
like your son went to Vegas not too long ago.
Yeah, and I was happy that he had a good time. I just want them to have a good time. It's so
Yes.
crazy. It does shift. And you don't even know when it happens. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's
True
crazy.
though. A lot of parents, you live for your kids. You should, you got to live for yourself too, but you live for your kids' happiness through them. You see them do things, you're happy for them that they're happy.
Yeah, you do when they're young too, but it's just a little different because you have a little more control of their happiness.
Yes.
So it's not as scary. Like, I would just knew to keep them happy. Like, I knew to take them to Disneyland and do things on the weekend. So
Mhm.
I controlled their happiness.
Yeah.
But when they control their happiness, you just wait in the winds and go, oh my gosh, I hope this works out for them.
Yeah.
Or I hope
Yeah.
this pans out. I hope this is a good time. I hope this,
Mhm.
it's different because you don't have as much control.
Yes. True.
So it's a different feeling. And I think that's the difference. Whereas when they're little, okay, I want to do something to make them happy. I'll take them for ice cream after school. You are
course.
the one that controls it.
Yes.
So it's a little different.
Now your
But
daughter's 8,400 miles across the world.
yes, she is, but she's having so much fun. Her and
Yep.
her boyfriend look like they're having just like the best
I
time.
know, that's cool, man. She's adventurous. That's good.
Her love language is different than mine too. It's quality time is her love language, 100% quality time. And so for her, this is their 3-year, not wedding anniversary, their 3-year relationship anniversary.
Yes.
And they are traveling because that's what she likes to do. She likes experiences and traveling.
She went to Europe as a teenager without us.
Yeah,
We weren't even there.
Switzerland, right?
Huh?
Is that where she went? Switzerland?
I believe so,
Or
yeah.
Sweden? Switzerland, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's in it. She said that they want to go to a different country every year. I think that's so smart. Like
That's
now,
smart.
that's the
See the
time to
world.
do this stuff.
Yes, before you have
Now,
kids.
do it now.
Life
Like
gets too serious and you can't get away. It's
you
hard
have too many life responsibilities, and
Mhm. You start getting dogs, you have kids, things change. You can't just get up and go.
yeah,
Take advantage while they're young.
no, I know. It's like we chose
No.
the dog life means, it's not so easy for us to get up and go.
Nah.
It's not even so easy for us to be out of the house for long periods of time. I'm always thinking about the dogs. Oh, we got to go check on the dogs. Or
Yeah.
I feel
Funny how we're
guilty
so worried
when,
about the dogs like they're our kids.
yeah, I feel guilty when like I haven't spent too much time with them. If I'm having a really busy week with my dad or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Tyler is down and out again with COVID.
Man, I know.
I again had another scare. Like I had to freak out. Oh shoot, I've been exposed. Now is my dad gonna get it? But we call the part of the house that he's in is the West Wing. We call it because it's on the other side of the house.
Yeah.
So we've not crossed paths really. I just leave food at his door and
Yeah. Kind of
text
avoid
him,
each
check
other.
up on him, try to avoid him. But he got diagnosed like it's a disease or something. But he got tested positive Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's Thursday. I think we're in the clear because he was probably most contagious Saturday.
This is his second or third?
This is his third time with COVID.
No, we got it first and he escaped that.
COVID really does a number on me. So I was nervous, really nervous I was going to get it. So hopefully like I'm in the clear now.
Yeah.
Because I think he's at the tail end of it now. And
Got to keep avoiding for a few more days.
yeah, like I hope I'm in the clear. But
I mean, we are. I think we would have got it by now.
Yeah, I feel like we would have. I feel like if what was going to happen is you were exposed to him the most on Saturday, the day before we knew he had it.
Yep, I was.
And you would have gotten it then, and you would
Yes.
have probably started having the symptoms by Monday.
Yep.
And you didn't get it, so I didn't get it because you watched the fights with him. Luckily, you guys maybe were far enough apart on the couch.
Probably.
Because that's how you got it. That's how it spread last time. You guys watched fights together, and then he got it from you. Like by Monday, you guys watched fights Saturday. By Monday, he had it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna repeat this again.
How long
but
was it when we got it the second time? How long?
March.
This
It was
past
just in March,
Oh,
March 6th.
And we can still get it again.
Obviously, he got it in March also, and he got it again.
And it's only May.
So much for immunity.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is
So much for vaccine immunity.
Yeah, or anything. Not even just not the
Just any
vaccine,
kind of
just
immunity.
immunity.
That's
He
true.
had just had it. He's supposed to be. I thought we were like safe for a few months. Not really.
Because we got it the first time. Then it was like 2 years till we got it later, right? Almost.
We got it in 2021, August
August.
of 2021. And then we didn't get it again until March of 23.
Damn. This thing's like gonna be like a flu or something. It ain't
Yeah,
going
but
away.
it's worse than the flu. For me, I think everybody has a different experience with it. So far, my 2 experiences with it have been significantly worse than a flu. The first time was way worse. It lasted
yeah.
3 weeks.
First time.
The second time for me lasted a week, though. A week. A flu usually takes me out 2 to 3 days max.
I haven't had a flu in years.
But a week is a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to Vanderpump Reunion. I actually fell asleep last night, so I didn't watch it last night, but I did watch it this morning on the Scandival thing. It was uneventful, part 1. It was more of the same stuff. I'm dying to see her and what she has to say about everything, and they didn't really show her yet, and they're not going to show her until part 2. But, yeah,
Did it get heated?
it got pretty heated.
Did it?
Yeah, it got pretty heated.
I have no clue. I don't watch it.
I know, but it's interesting, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, they're all capitalizing from it, so they should all be
Yeah. You're on the,
Kardashians, okay? The Kardashians are famous. Say what you want about them, but they are famous for turning negatives into positives. You have to.
Yeah.
What's the point? Don't look down on someone for capitalizing on something negative. It's you may as well glean something positive out of negative things, right?
Exactly. Turn it around.
Why not? I don't see anything wrong with it. So I think they should all take it to the bank. They're all coming out with merch and of their sayings and things like that, and I think it's great. The girls, Katie and Ariana, the girlfriend, they're going to open a sandwich shop. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
It's called Something About Her. I love a good sandwich.
What's it called?
Something About Her.
It's a good name.
And they came out with merch, and they said they came out with sweatshirts that said Something About Her, and they made $200,000 just in a few days off selling their sweatshirts. Wow. So they pumped all that.
The business isn't even open yet.
Nope. They capitalized. Good for them.
That sandwich shop's going to have a line out the door.
There's the money there's the money to open the restaurant.
Yes, finish up whatever you have to finish up in there.
I can't wait to check it out. We've been to Sir. When we had the apartment in LA, we used to go to Sir all the time. That was a goat cheese balls, and we went there. We saw we've seen Raquel. She's been working while we were there. Raquel is the mistress. I've met Jax a couple times. Tom was a bartending before. We've seen Brittany, which is Jax's wife. We've seen all of them.
Yeah.
Many times, because we used to frequent Sir. I used to go there, not just the restaurant. The first time, maybe it was like the novelty of it, but I actually really like the food there. It's very good.
It is.
And I like the scene. I like the ambiance. And then we went to Tom once also.
When it first opened.
Yes, we had really good drinks there. Remember we walked there and it was pouring rain. We were sopping wet. And then we ended up sitting next to a couple from like Tennessee. From Nashville.
Were like fans that came to see his.
Yeah, and then the Toms were there. The Toms came. Yeah. They were all excited because Tom Schwartz was there, actually.
We just like good restaurants, good food. We go to all the hottest restaurants in LA. Catch.
Yeah.
Toca Madera, you name it.
One of my favorites was Toca Madera, just for the food. I loved the food at Toca Madera so much. I miss LA. I miss a little LA weekend. We'll have to do that at some point.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, this is like the hot coffee topic. Literally hot. Hot. Temperatures are spiked. Well, you know how I've been talking about how I wanted to get like a sauna blanket? Yes. I was actually even researching higher dose and different sauna blankets. Then you and I were talking about how we wanted to start incorporating going to the sauna.
Yes.
And a red light sauna and dry saunas and doing all these things. So in my research for it, I came across something alarming for me. I actually came across a doctor on a podcast, and it's actually the Skinny Confidential podcast. I love that podcast, but the host of it, Lauren Bostick, I think her name is, recently had her breast implants removed because she was having symptoms of breast implant illness. It is something that has been like widely reported in the media that the degradation of implants, if they start to degrade and the silicone enters into your bloodstream, it causes autoimmune disorders and different things. And the doctor that she had on there suspects that the increase in the trend of saunas and red light therapy and all of that stuff is leading to more instances of implant degradation that leads to breast implant illness.
Because that heat?
Because implants were not tested to be in high temperatures frequently. They were never tested. There was no trend of sitting in a sauna that's 190 degrees three times a week. Yeah. So they were not tested accordingly. Now, that being said, of course, I dug deeper. I just didn't listen to that podcast. No. So I dug deeper, and there's a lot of things that say don't worry about it because silicone doesn't melt unless it's 392 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, is the temperature at which silicone will just fully melt.
They should make a video.
But anything above 250 and like it starts to melt. However, okay, so maybe it won't fully melt in a 200 degree temperature, but what if it speeds up the degradation of the implant? If it is contributing to it breaking down faster over time. And the truth is there isn't a lot of studies. There isn't enough studies because they didn't test implants that way. They were not tested against that. So I even found an article on, or a blog post on saunas.org Or saunas.org, who has nothing to gain from saying, hey, check with your doctor. They're saying, hey, check with your doctor. Should be safe, but could be an issue.
Yeah.
And if you decide to do regular sauna use, then you should check the condition of your implants more frequently with like ultrasound or to make sure that they are intact.
Wow. Interesting.
And the Lauren, who was on Skinny Confidential, she said that she was fine. She had her implants for many years, never had any issues. When she moved to Texas a couple of years ago, they had a sauna in their home. Okay. And it was only then that she was doing the sauna very frequently, like daily. Yeah. And at that point, it was after that she started getting symptoms of breast implant illness. So it was like an aha moment for her. Oh my gosh, it may have contributed to it. Now listen, take it with what you will. There's not enough studies.
Can't say factually.
I can't say.
Certain, no.
But it is cause for alarm.
Yes.
It is something that makes me second guess. Okay, I'm going to put the brakes on wanting to sit in a sauna 3 to 4 times a week because I might get such and such benefits, where it might also lead to an issue with my breast implants. That I've had breast implants now for
before I even met you.
13 years.
Yeah, before I even met you.
Yeah, before 13, almost 14 years I've had breast implants. I've never had issues. So I don't want issues now.
Yeah.
And I don't want, so something to think about. So if you are someone that, if you have implants, even if you have saline implants, because you have to remember and realize the saline implants are encased in silicone, a silicone encasing. But more so, it's a higher risk if you have silicone implants, obviously, because the reason why it's a higher risk is if they degrade, you don't really know they're degrading because there isn't a huge change in what they look like. Whereas if the silicone casing degrades on a saline implant, the saline will eventually pour out and deflate the implant. So you'll have a noticeable change.
Damn.
With silicone implants, you may get a little bit of like inflammation in that area. It may be tender to the touch, but it may take some time before you notice. And you might start getting symptoms, brain fog, joint pain, autoimmune type symptoms before you ever even know that there's something going on with your
Good
implant.
that she put that out there to make people aware, at least,
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing conclusive. But to me, I was like, if saunas.org, who they are not going to benefit from saying something like that.
Of course not. They got no.
They're saying, hey, like it should be okay, but there's not a lot of studies to support it.
I don't like that word should be.
I know.
It's an assumption. You're assuming
and
it's
the
okay.
doctor that was on this particular podcast said, you have to think about this. Implants were not tested against these types of conditions because at the time they were developed and tested and approved, saunas and red light saunas and dry saunas, they were not trending. Or these blankets where you go in underneath these blankets and you have the direct heat literally laying right on top of your chest.
Yeah.
Is it going to melt the implant? Technically, no, because it's not going to be 390 degrees. But is the high heat and the repeated exposure to the high heat going to affect the stability of it? Is it going to wear it down over time? It could be. There could be a correlation. Mm-hmm. So you have to think about there's more instances or there's a lot of cases coming out of breast implant illness. And there's a lot of controversy around it. Some people think it's hypochondriac. People just think they're feeling this way. But there was something put out by the FDA a couple of years ago saying, hey, this is on our radar. There is, something to be said about it. Yeah. So
I've heard some women remove their breast implants and feel better. I've seen
immediately.
Yeah.
So. Immediately feel better. So,
but listen, you just did your blood work. Everything, you look happy this morning. Everything came back.
Yeah, like I'm happy.
Good.
But I'm not having any issues now. But now, even though it's not conclusive, to me, it's enough of an alarm to think, do I really need to sauna that bad? No, I'm gonna take a pause on that.
Basically, what you're trying to tell people is the benefits might not, the risk versus reward.
Yeah. There is a chance it could be an issue, especially if you have silicone implants. especially even if the gummy implants are more susceptible to degradation.
Damn.
So if you have the gummy bear, or they're called the gummy bears, I don't, but I do have silicone. I had saline and I switched them for silicone. So yeah, I think it's enough of an issue to be concerned. And doctors have reported that in women that they've removed implants from that were having symptoms, there was like an oozing, and if they were starting to ooze. Now, what caused the oozing? We don't know. Was it because they were doing sauna? Was it because other things or other problems are any kind of rupture, car accidents, sometimes mammograms that are too aggressive can rupture it, any kind of pressure. Yeah.
You had yours done recently?
A mammogram? Yeah. But they were gentle. They were more gentle.
Mm.
They didn't smash them, but it could. If it's ruptured, then yeah, you have a problem. You need to replace it. But the cause for concern is, could a sauna and all these high heat temperatures increase the chances of rupturing?
Guess what? You don't run the risk with a cold shower.
No, but you know what they did say with a cold shower?
I mastered that.
If you have silicone implants, they take longer to regulate temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take cold shower or cryotherapy and things like that, you're going to be even more sensitive to cold, because it's almost like having ice packs on your chest.
Oh,
so because my body temperature will regulate, but the temperature inside the silicone implant actually takes a longer time readjusting back to regular temperature. Yeah. So like where you might warm up more quickly, I'm going to be colder longer. I have ice packs in my chest.
Kind of people who have metal rods in their body, the whole bones in place and whatnot. Like arthroscopic surgery, 3 pins in my shoulder, but mine were, they dissolve into the bone. But people have said people have metal in there. Like when it's super cold outside, they feel it. It hurts because the metal, it gets cold. There's nothing they can do about it. Your body doesn't, it's cold.
Exactly.
And it hurts.
I do notice that in the morning when I'm cold, if I wake up cold, my boobs are like balls of ice.
Really?
Oh, they're ice cold. Ice cold. Wow. So they definitely contribute to me being cold. When I'm cold, they get cold. And I might warm up, but it takes them longer to warm up. Yeah. So they keep me colder longer.
They're in their own capsule.
They're more sensitive to temperature. Wow. Temperature change. For sure. I definitely noticed that. But the warning on saunas.org was this, and I quote, "If you have breast implants and choose to sauna regularly, you must do so at your own risk, and be sure to check in regularly with your surgeon to ensure that your implants are still holding up well under the intensity of the heat."
Yeah, I don't want no big class action lawsuits.
I think that's cause for concern.
Yes, it is.
So something to think about for sure.
Yes.
So just heed my warning. For me personally, the benefits don't outweigh the risk.
No.
For me, I'm happy with my implants. I don't want to have to remove them. I've never had symptoms of a breast implant illness.
You would be depressed if you had to remove them. I know you.
I would be devastated.
They look good.
I would be so sad. Granted, they're probably a little larger than they needed to be, but that's okay. I like them.
That's all that matters.
All right. So that's that. So hopefully that might, I don't know. I think I was blown away.
Yeah, of course. That should be cause for concern.
Are your breast implants melting? Literally. Yeah. Are you melting your breast implants? Important to know.
You don't want autoimmune disease. That's all bad.
All right. So moving on. Let's talk about some natural alternatives to Ozempic. Back to Ozempic. Sorry, I really was starting to think about. I was really starting to think about this.
It's an important subject.
From my personal perspective. What is it that made it difficult for me to maintain my weight? What makes it difficult for me? Since I was young, I've always had a struggle with weight. I've never just been someone that's naturally been thin. I had to pay attention. And if I don't pay attention, and if I didn't, I would 100%. Are you okay? Just settling in over there? I would 100% be overweight, obese even. And for me personally, the struggle has always been an insane appetite. An insane appetite. I don't feel like I have issues with food. I've had at times maybe used food for comfort or eat out of boredom, but at the bottom, at the crux of it, my issue is my appetite.
You got unfortunately, you're a woman and you're in a woman's body, not a big frame, but you got the appetite of a man. You got the appetite of me and then some.
I know. And it's something I struggle with. I don't know if I talk about it enough. I think maybe sometimes it may seem to you guys out there that, oh, this must be easy for you. You love to work out. You love to eat healthy.
No.
My appetite is a daily struggle.
Yes. It's a daily battle.
It's a daily battle. I am hungry even after I eat.
Yeah.
I can eat a large meal and eat another large meal if calories didn't matter.
I remember I was impressed, not to get off subject. We're coming from a daytime party in San Francisco, and I took you to like one of my favorite taquerias. We were both hungry, been drinking all day. And man, we ordered burritos. And I go, yeah, I think I'm going to marry this woman. You crushed it before I finished mine.
I know.
You put it down. I said, damn. And chips. You put it down.
I know.
And I remember when I first met you, you were like, I could eat a large pizza to myself. And I was like, looking at you because you were skinny. You were about 100 pounds soaking wet.
I know. So
I was
skinny.
like, this girl's talking out of side of her. Pete, yeah, really? Yeah, you could now.
Yeah. I wasn't like the type of girl that was going to try to order a salad. I love food.
I know.
And the reason why I became obese, the reason why I had that period of where I became obese is for one time in my life, I decided to eat when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And when I decided to eat when I'm hungry without any regard for calories, yes, I was pregnant, so obviously I was even hungrier. But that one time in my life that I decided to not pay attention, I gained 100 pounds in a short period of time. That's how crazy my appetite is.
Yeah.
And pregnant or not, I still have that same crazy appetite. I really do.
I know the assumption is they probably see you like, oh, it's like you said, must be easy for her. She's disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
She works hard every day. She follows her macros. But literally they know you have an appetite of a savage.
So I understand when people comment and they say like my appetite's out of control, like I feel it in my bones. Like I feel your pain. Because I deal with it. I have forever. I've had this since I was young. Okay, I ate. Since I was a small child, I ate a lot. I still struggle with it. So I never feel full. I never get the feeling of feeling full. Sometimes on cheat days, I get to that feeling, that gluttony feeling. I crave it. I crave a fullness.
You just want to be a little full.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I struggle with my love of food. I also don't want to not have an appetite. I want a happy medium.
Yeah.
So like
you don't
something
want to force yourself to eat.
So like something like Ozempic. Obviously, I wouldn't take something like Ozempic because I'm not overweight. But something like Ozempic doesn't entice me because it like wipes out your appetite.
Yeah.
And then it makes it hard to eat at all. And I don't like that feeling either.
I wonder what's the difference between Ozempic and getting your stomach shrunk down.
It's the same.
Almost the same.
It's
right?
the same thing. The only difference is over time with the bariatric, your stomach will restretch.
It will.
Yeah, it does restretch. So as you push the limits to fullness, it restretches again.
You basically start setting a new baseline.
Right.
Each time.
Yeah.
It could be skinny.
So I'm on the constant hunt to find ways to get similar effects of something like Ozempic, Mounjaro, semaglutide, whatever, for suppressing the appetite in a natural way, slowing down gastric emptying so that it makes the ability to stay on macros a little easier, a little less torturous. That's what I want for people. I think I've got it pretty much figured out. I don't want you to feel sorry for me that I struggle with hunger, but it's important for me to share that I do. So that you understand I'm coming from a place of I get it.
So what you're saying is you're human. You're not a machine.
Yeah, no, I'm not a machine. And so I feel for people that say I just struggle. And I've had some people comment saying, but a calorie deficit works and the basics work. I want to be very clear. The basics work.
Yes, they do. And everything in life, the basics work.
The calorie deficit works. Mm-hmm. That's not the problem.
No.
The problem is the different things that cause people to not be able to maintain a consistent calorie deficit.
Because they can't handle the burning in their stomach, the hunger. Like right now, for instance, I had oatmeal and I had 3 eggs. Protein oatmeal. I had 40, almost 35 grams of protein in my oatmeal. 3 eggs. I'm still a little hungry.
You're still a
I
little
should be
hungry.
full.
Yeah.
So if you add that up, 7, 21. So I'm having almost 60 grams of protein. 50 something, 55. I don't know. Something close to that. I'm still feeling a little hungry.
Yeah.
But I told myself, it's just in my mind. My body don't need to eat no more. I'm good.
So it's not that I'm saying that the basics don't work or the law. Listen, I'll be the first one to say calorie deficits work. If you're not losing weight, you're not in a calorie deficit.
Facts.
That is true.
There's no way around it.
But it is also true that it's not that easy. Because it is not that easy to stay in a consistent calorie deficit when you are struggling with an insatiable appetite.
Yes.
Among other things, there's other reasons why it's difficult to stay in a calorie deficit, but right now we're talking about appetites.
Yes.
I've been on like a hunt because Ozempic is not realistic for most people.
No.
Okay?
Most people
First-
cannot afford it.
First of all, they can't afford it. Second of all, they may not qualify because you're not obese.
Yep.
The side effects from the medication may not outweigh the benefits. Okay, but you still want a little help. You still have 20 pounds to lose. You still find it very difficult to lose that weight to stay at an ideal body weight for yourself. So I've been searching for different products, and I'm bummed because I ordered this product that I've heard about now quite a bit, and I've done some reading, read some studies, and it was supposed to come in a couple days ago, but it got delayed. So I don't have it yet. I haven't tried it yet. But it's called berberine.
Berberine?
Yeah, it's called berberine, and it's a pill. It's a natural supplement. It is from China and South Asia.
Okay.
So the potential health benefits of it are lowering cholesterol, heart health, blood sugar regulation.
Nice.
It's people taking this medication
And
have
blood
actually...
pressure?
Huh?
Blood pressure too, you said?
Yes.
Nice.
Statins
That's
are
a
what
big
helps
deal.
lower cholesterol.
Statins are bad.
Now, but it also has some weight loss benefits. It suppresses the appetite,
Yay.
It
That's
does.
what we need.
but it has some side effects. I've heard that it does, like Ozempic, can maybe cause nausea, maybe cause some gastric distress. You have to play with the dosage, find what works for you.
Yeah.
I was able to find some studies that support that it does help with weight loss. There are some studies on
Oh, wow.
PubMed. There were some studies that were inconclusive, but some that show positives. I think that people are just starting to look at it for weight loss, but they've been using it for other things for quite a while.
Yeah.
So I ordered it and I'm going to try it and I will let you guys know. Some of the side effects are, like I said, some gastric distress, nausea, but you can play with the dosage and when you take it. But I will let you guys know. It sounds interesting. Yeah, for
We'll
sure.
see if my blood pressure drops all of a sudden and stays consistently down, then this thing might work for me.
Some of the things that Ozempic does, right? It helps you control your appetite. It slows down gastric emptying. I've talked about this before as well. But fiber and being strategic with where you consume your fiber. Do a teaspoon of something like psyllium husk 30 minutes before you consume a meal so that it can fill your stomach. Maybe it will make like a gooey substance and fill your stomach, which will help you with your hunger hormones and help you consume less.
Yeah.
So that's also something that you can try. Also, there's a lot of speculation that L-glutamine is really good for appetite control, blood sugar support. Let me explain why blood sugar control helps your appetite. A lot of times, your appetite's actually coming from a drop in blood sugar. So if you consume something high carb or high in sugar, your blood sugar spikes. It sends off a bunch of insulin into your bloodstream. All that insulin takes the sugar out of your bloodstream, and it's a rapid drop in your blood sugar. So what does your body do? It sends out the hormone to consume more. We need more sugar.
Yes, it does.
So what that feels like to you is hunger. So have you ever noticed how you'll eat something really sweet and instead of feeling full from it, you feel immediately like you want more of it?
Yep.
That's why sweets lead to weight gain, because sweets lead to excessive calorie consumption, because it's like a vicious cycle. You eat the sweets, that whole insulin blood sugar spike and then drop happens, and then you want more sweets, you eat more sweets, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. That's what leads to blood sugar help. But that's what they say in terms of glutamine. I do notice that when I drink BCAAs with L-glutamine, it helps curb my appetite. The problem I find is personally what I struggle with is I don't like when my solutions are fluids I have to drink. I don't like the way it makes me feel when I have to drink a lot of fluids. That's why I've talked about I don't really care for greens. I don't like to have to drink the fiber in water before meals. I don't like the feeling. I feel sloshy in my stomach. Like I don't like that feeling. So I like the idea of the berberine being a pill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited to try it and see how I like it. I have tried other things. So 1UP Nutrition has an appetite suppressant that helps take the edge off for me. It's got fiber in it and it's a pill. It's actually called appetite suppressant. That's the name of it. It does help, but I haven't found that holy grail thing for me yet that like really helps on a consistent basis. What I find,
dude, that'd be like finding a diamond in the rough.
What I find,
a lot of people.
And I think I'm a good testing point because I have an appetite literally that's unmatched.
Yeah. Those of you don't know, this lady right here will eat you under the bus. She can eat.
Yeah, I can eat.
We put it down together.
I can eat for sure.
You can tear some donuts and pizza.
If I decide, and I don't do this very often, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? Today I'm going to eat when I'm hungry and I'm not going to count my calories. I'm not going to do anything. I can consume easily 6,000 to 7,000 calories in a day if I have a day like that. And that's exactly why I ended up gaining 100 pounds because I did that my whole pregnancy. I'm just going to enjoy my pregnancy and just eat when I'm hungry, feed the baby. But you just can't do that. You need boundaries.
No.
People need boundaries.
Because what did you say? When you got pregnant with Alyssa, you did it totally different. You didn't eat for two.
I gave myself boundaries. I'm like, okay,
skinny.
Look, I need to be careful. I need to gain a healthy amount of weight for my baby, for myself, for my mental health.
Yes.
And I gave myself boundaries. I gained a healthy amount of weight. I gained 40 pounds.
Okay.
But that wasn't 100 pounds. And I started off a lot thinner. So I was a very healthy weight when I gave birth. Yes. And I lost it very quickly as well. Mm-hmm. Because right after she was born, I went right back to healthy eating and walking and doing all the things. By the time she was 6 weeks old, I had lost all the weight.
Wow.
Very quickly. Because if you don't hold on to it, if you don't hold on to a very long time, and you go back to where you need to be,
baseline,
your body lets go of it pretty quickly. It's that weight that you gain slowly over time that sticks. It's similar to like the set point theory, but I did a whole other podcast on that. So anyways, I'm looking for that holy grail supplement that's going to help. Basically, trying to, slow down gastric emptying, take the edge off the appetite so that it makes the healthy lifestyle easier. It doesn't change the fact that you need to live a healthy lifestyle. It doesn't change the fact that you need to track your macros, that you need to eat protein, that the basics work. I'm just always trying to find tools to make it easier for people to stick to the basics.
Yeah.
And I haven't found, like I said, that consistent, that tool that I can take consistently that works. I find that some things will work for a little bit and then they stop working for me.
Yeah.
And then I have to try something else. That's what happens too with my sleep aids as well. Like different things I do for sleep, they work for a while and then they stop and then I have to rotate into something else. What I have noticed that I really do enjoy though is the Kickstart from 1UP Nutrition.
Yeah.
With the apple cider vinegar in it. That helps curb my appetite and it helps me to prolong my first meal of the day.
Yeah.
And digestion, not to be TMI, but I go number 2 within 30 minutes of taking that.
That's good. That's what you want to empty it out.
So that helps me. I also like the fact that it's a shot. So these dogs today, I swear. I also like the fact that it is a shot, that it's a little amount of fluid. I don't know what it is. I don't like to drink a lot of things.
Yeah.
I finally got in a good routine of taking my creatine and pre-workout, and I do take that daily. I take it while I'm working out, right before my workout. So I've been doing that. But beyond that, I just don't like a lot of fluid.
I don't blame you. I do. Not like that, but I coffee. Drink my little, what was that? creatine in the morning.
Like you drink
Lots of
shakes.
water.
Like you seem
I
to be
do.
okay with the shakes. To me, I like it, and you make the most delicious shakes.
Because I need that extra protein, man. I can't eat it all in food. I don't know. It's just easier to get more protein out of the shakes. I drank one last night before I went to bed.
I know, but I wish I could eat as much as you. I'm jealous of your ability to, your calorie intake.
I'm telling you, man. I know you hear me say this, but I train like a sav. You watch me like, this old motherfucker gets it. I get it in. Even the trainer, the boxing trainer's like, dude, you get it in for being your age. Like, fuck my age. I just get it in. I don't care. I don't, I'm 48, I'm going to cut back. No, I go hard. I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge of it, pushing my body, hitting new levels. That's why. I'm probably burning like stupid amounts of calories.
What do you struggle with? When do you struggle with your hunger the most?
If I stay up too late at night, got to be careful. That's where I F up because I smoke. So
but I struggle with that too. Sometimes I find that I
smoke. I do, so that's even harder. But I can control it because I've been smoking for.
That's why I don't smoke.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Sometimes
Sometimes it can get away from me. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get I can get out of control.
I've seen you get out of control. I've seen you before eat without even realizing how much you're eating. Like eat an entire bag of Doritos, like at a family party. Like you don't even realize you're doing it, and Alyssa and I will be watching you. And you will just eat the chips for an hour straight while you're having a conversation, and you're not even registering that you're doing it.
I know. I try not to do that anymore.
Certain trigger foods for you. Doritos are a trigger food for you.
I don't buy them. Don't buy them. I'll throw them away. Don't buy them.
If we bought like the full-size bags, that's the thing. So you have to think about, what type of person are you? For me, I've become this way. I've been able to train myself to where I'm the type of person that I do like to have a little bit of something. It takes the edge off. I feel satisfied if I allow myself to have a little bit of something. So I can buy a chocolate bar and break off a piece of it and have a little piece of chocolate. Not everybody is like that. Some people benefit better from abstaining.
That's it. Me. Just not
completely abstaining. So there's not a blanket answer. I have a lot of people that come to me asking that. Like I had someone who recently commented on one of our videos.
Let me ask you this. Would you put alcohol in front of a recovering alcoholic?
Exactly.
Would you put drugs in front of a drug addict? Would you give a gambling addict fucking $1 million to play with?
But not everybody is like that. But this particular comment, she said in the comment, I am a very obsessive person and I crave sugar obsessively. That's the type of person I would recommend abstaining. Yeah. Do not put it in front of your face. Don't buy it. Don't have it readily accessible.
That makes me angry.
Treat it. What makes you angry?
If somebody purposely buys and brings it home, don't do that. You don't do that. I hate when people try to put you to the test. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's not. But some people can do it. I don't try to do it for you to put you through the test. But if I want to have something that I like in the house and I can control myself, I'll buy it for myself.
I don't tell you not to.
I have the ability to control myself. I keep my treats over here, actually. I don't even keep them in the pantry. If I have a treat, look at that bag right there. Chocolate, milk chocolate, sea salt caramels. But I'd like to say that there was a time in my life where I was an abstainer. I couldn't have something like this open.
Can you please? I have a pet peeve. There you go.
Oh, my God.
I hate when people leave like a little, I don't know why.
It's my bag.
It just looks cleaner.
But I used to be an abstainer because if I had something like this, I would have to eat the entire bag so that it was gone. I used to be like that. Yeah. I have trained myself. It has taken many years. Do not do that if you are new to this. And if you are self-described as obsessive, uncontrolled around sugar, then you need to put yourself in an environment that's going to help you to avoid sugar. Do not put it in your face. You have to support that. You have to support that because it's going to be a long time before you can do something like this, have a bag of chocolates and have 1 or 2 a week. So you have to decide, what type of person are you? Like, I know for you, you're better off, if you do want chips, you're better off being able to get like a bag that's pre-portioned out. Yeah, true. Because you'll eat the bag and you'll be fine. Yes. But if you have a big bag, you'll refill your little snack bowl 5 times. So you may as well just eat the whole bag at that point. It does help.
Dang, snitching on husband all day. Eat this, eat that. Like, just ousted me. Okay. Wow.
What? What do you mean? I'm just be real. Dang. Do you struggle? Is that what you struggle with? Okay, we're
Look at
being real.
This one over here, Miss Angel.
I'm not an angel. I'm just described
Yeah.
in this whole podcast that I am not an angel, that I struggle, that I have
love
days.
Doritos, you guys. I don't buy them because I'll tear them up. Yes.
I have days that I can eat 7,000 calories. I'm confessing too. I'm just saying as an observation, I know that's where you struggle is in the perception that you're having one serving, but you obviously...
I have more than one.
Yeah, but obviously you control it to the point where you look pretty good.
I'm 40 years old. I'm under 190 pounds. So all my blood work
It's
came
just
out good.
important for people to know that it's a struggle. We all struggle.
Yes. I'm just a beast at working out. I walk 3 miles a day. I go hit the gym weights, and then I'll go hit bag class. I'm burning probably 5,000 plus calories a day.
Yeah.
I'm always...
No, I know. You've always made up for where you lack in your control around food with activity.
Yeah.
I have had to be more controlled around food because I was not as active. Now, over the past year and a half, I have changed that. I am much more active, which has allowed me to be able to consume more, which is nice. I enjoy that. I enjoy that I'm able to consume more calories because it took me a while to bump up my activity level to where I could do that.
And stronger too.
But I also think it's important to think about this. When you are first starting out on your weight loss journey, or you have a ways to go, okay, you have weight to lose, you do need to be more diligent and a little more, I want to use this word lightly, but you do need to be obsessive. When someone says, oh, you're obsessed. Yeah, you have to be at first.
Especially in the beginning,
You have to be okay with being more uncomfortable, hungry.
Yes.
Obsessed.
You have to
You
learn.
do. In order to get to the other side and to actually like really make some progress, you do have to be more like okay with being more uncomfortable, obsessed. And then over time, as you get closer to your goals or even get into maintenance or whatever, you can learn where you can let off the gas sometimes and give in sometimes and things like that. But you can't give yourself that much freedom and allowance in the beginning. I think that's where people mess up. I think people go, oh, YOLO, or I'm balanced. I'm trying to have a balanced lifestyle. And yeah, but you haven't put in the work to get to that yet. Don't do that prematurely, because then you're going to find that you're not going to make progress. You're just going to stay where you are. I think that's the difference between pushing and like having more balance is when you like balance out, you're maintaining. When you're pushing and becoming more obsessive, you're not maintaining. You are like getting to the other side or going to a place you haven't been.
Just think about this. A friend of mine said this. He goes, when you're hungry and your stomach's screaming, feed me, don't feed it. Just think about my body's burning fat.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's hungry. Just think about that. And just think about what you want to, your goal. If you're reaching whatever goal it is, to get thinner, aesthetic, better shape, whatever your goal is. Everybody has different goals. Just think of it that way. Okay, I'm taking the challenge head on. I'm hungry, but I'm not going to give into it. Just think about your body's burning the fat.
Mm-hmm. And keep playing with different things to help. Don't be afraid to like search for ways to make it easier. Try, if 2 bigger meals doesn't work, try smaller meals throughout the day. Maybe you do better in that way. Remember that everybody is different.
Yes.
So don't let someone say, oh no, you shouldn't do it this way. You should do it this way. No, you should do it the way that feels the easiest for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not what someone else is telling you. Don't be afraid to play with different things. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm playing with different supplements, different timing, different meal sizes to see what feels easier for me so that I can give more suggestions. Because to one client, I might say, hey, try 2 small, large meals. Let's try intermittent fasting and eat these meals within an 8-hour period. And to another client, I may tell them, you know what? Try opening up your eating windows. Try like adding in more snacks. I might give them a totally different advice because everybody is different.
Yes.
And you need to remember that. Don't try to fit in a box because you heard one person say this is what's ideal to do. What's ideal to do is whatever you can do consistently.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to try different things because
I got a friend on OMAD. He's ripped and it works for him. OMAD is only meal of the day, 1 meal of the day. I don't know how many calories he takes. And I meant to ask him. I'm going to pick his brain. I meant to ask him how many calories you eat in that one meal.
Yeah,
I'm
but
assuming it's a big meal.
And some people might be like, "Oh, that's not good. You're not going to have proper muscle protein synthesis or blah blah blah." They'll have all these opinions, but it works for him.
Yes. Trust me, he's an older
You
man.
can't, you cannot knock someone if they find something that works for them, and the proof is in the pudding.
That's it.
The proof is in the pudding.
That's it. The results speak for themselves. So you can't say, "Oh, that doesn't work." Okay. Yes, it does. For him, it does. The man's a machine.
For me, I'm just in a constant search for something that's going to take the edge off my appetite because it's exhausting to feel hungry all the time.
It is.
So I want to take the edge off without being nauseous and without losing my appetite. So it's like an interesting middle ground, but the jury is still out. I will let you guys know that I've always said if I find something that works, I'm not afraid to shout it to the rooftops, but I'm also not afraid to say, you guys, it's BS. It doesn't work.
Fake news.
I'll let you guys know. Stay tuned to the next episodes. Hopefully I'll have it by then and have been able to try it, and I'll give you guys my full review.
Hopefully she found some gold for us.
All right, you guys. I'll see you on the next one.
See you.